If you're interested in learning about pottery or being a potter, the oldest art studio in the Old Pueblo is the place to be.
Jim Jones and Frank Tamazuka are here to tell us more about the Romero House and what pottery brings to our city. Now, gentlemen, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to join us this morning.
Thank you.
So, Jim, let's start with you. I want to talk about the Romero House, and for our viewers that are watching that have never heard of it, what is that exactly?
Well, it's the oldest working studio in Tucson. It's located down near the Museum of Art on Washington and Meyer. You can find out a lot more on the website at romerohousepotters.org. So it's a collection of professional potters, sculptors. It's run by Frank here, does the maintenance, the technical aspects of the clay, firing kilns, mixing clay, doing all those things.
And you yourself are a teacher, correct?
Yes, I am.
And what is it that you end up teaching your students? There's so much to learn.
Yes, there is. As you can see, there's a large variety of work here. So I teach sculpture, pottery on the wheel, or hand building. So Frank also does pottery on the wheel, and here's the examples of these are wheel throwing pots. Some hand-built pottery here and down there with Frank's flowers. And also those two sculptures are mine, and those are hand-built.
Oh, wow.
Using coils. And so it's one of the oldest ways that pottery has been made forever.
I love it. And Frank, you're actually kind of new to this, aren't you? But in a short time, you've become the technical director.
Yeah, for lack of a more knowledgeable, well, Jim's more knowledgeable than me, but I'm there a lot. I've decided to make this my full-time thing I do.
Well, I think that's incredible. So tell us more about the facility, maybe some of, I know we kind of were talking a little bit about it, but the equipment and just the facility itself.
Well, we have two large kilns there. They're very old, and it's gas firing. So there's things you can do with a gas fire that you can't do with an electric kiln that you have at a lot of studios. We have a lot of different glazes there. People that come to the studio bring their own clay, but we provide all the glazes and we do all the firing. And we just try and have a good time and enjoy playing with clay.
Well, and I'm going to be completely honest with you, gentlemen. My only, I guess, exposure to this is the movie Ghost, and that they, sit with and use the clay and they mold it into something. So if somebody would like to come and learn more, or of course get into a class, how do they start? Do they just come and see what classes are available?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes, you could come down, and that's a great way to get comfortable with looking at what people do. You can learn all about the classes on the website. But there's a variety of classes from beginning to advanced. And I think all of us as teachers down there try to gear our teaching toward individual needs. So I think that's what's exciting. But if you're brand new to it, we would teach you the basics. That's how we all learn.
So any level is welcome.
Any
yeah,
level.
pretty
I
much
think that's
anybody
great.
can show up at any level, and Jim especially can teach them at whatever level they're at. Lots of individual attention.
That's great. And you were actually just nominated for the second time around a Lumi Award. What is that exactly?
It's for excellence in education.
Well, there
I don't
you go.
know all
That says it
about
all.
that award. I'm just learning more about it myself.
Well,
but I
that's
think
great that you have that honor. But you guys have also had something else that was pretty big. You guys have just now become a nonprofit.
Right.
Yes.
So what does that really mean for you? What do you get once you've had that acknowledgement?
Well, we were associated with the Tucson Museum of Art for a long time. We still are very close with them, but 3 years ago we went off separately from them and became a nonprofit just this June. And I don't really know what that allows us to do.
I don't know the details why it's a good thing.
No, but it's good. It definitely opens some doors, but we definitely have some special events coming up as well, don't we?
It's with the workshop with Hiro Toshima.
Perfect.
That's when, I don't know the date of that. It's
But
coming
we
up
have
soon.
We actually have your website right on the screen right now. So anybody
yeah.
interested in seeing what some of the events are, we can go right to that website, and I bet we have it right there.
And he's a teacher at Pima Community College,
Oh,
a
wow.
well-known international sculptor. So it's pretty exciting to have him at the Romero House.
Very exciting.
His class, his workshop's going to be sculpting the human head.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
That's pretty specific.
Yeah.
But it's kind of, we see that when I think sculpture and we're talking about pottery, I do think more like a vase or something like that. But to see that you can make art out of it, we have two completely different things down here in the front with kind of our executive producer, Ken Carr, said that would be what he would look like if he were a television on one corner, and then we have the kind of the jester on the other.
Right.
So they're really, if someone's like, well, I'm not really into like this kind, but I really kind of want to get it more into art, you cover all of that.
We cover all of that.
Which I think is great.
The oldest known sculpture, ceramic sculpture, is 30,000 years old.
Oh my gosh.
BC.
Wow. That's so
It's a
incredible.
little hippopotamus.
Oh, that's the
Yeah, it's just a little hippo, and it's made out of this clay called Egyptian paste.
Yeah.
But so pottery's been done since humankind.
Well-
So it's pretty amazing that you think about all the aspects of ceramics in our life, in our phones,
Right.
sometimes in our knees. So it's pretty exciting stuff.
And you guys continue that tradition. So thank you guys so much for coming on, sharing some of your wonderful work, and letting everyone know, regardless of where you're at in your pottery journey, you guys can help them with these fall classes. So thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
And
Thank
to learn
you.
more about those fall classes with Romero House Potters, you can call 624-4287 or log on to romerohousepotters.org.